time for Beer Fight Club to return. We're returning this time with 8 amazing craft breweries. All of them are unique in their own way, providing either they target a specific type of beer, or they're experimental, or they're community-based, or their goal is to rule the world. A little bit of everything in this particular Beer Fight Club. So we're pretty excited about the diversity we're gonna have, and we're already seeing that in the number of beers that are coming through. Our last few events have been very IPA heavy. We're gonna have huge diversity. I think out of 4 beers submitted right now, we only have 1 IPA. So I'm pretty excited to see what else is gonna come in. But I think we're gonna have an awesome event in that regard that'll probably be the most diverse beer style-wise we've ever had. This Beer Fight Club event is gonna have Brews, Resolute, Lone Tree, Renegade, Little Machine, New Image, New Terrain, and Elk Mountain. The winner of this particular Beer Fight Club event is gonna then go straight on to our Tournament of Champions. That's gonna be early 2018. That event is gonna be awesome because it's gonna have all of the winners and the runners-up from BFC 1, 2, 3, and 4. Those breweries are gonna include people like Four Noses, Bootstrap, Locavore, 38 State, River North, and Black Shirt, which are some of the premier breweries in Colorado, not to even mention the world. I mean, they are all world class. So it'll be great to see what they all bring to our Tournament of Champions in 2008. BFC 4, as we're calling it, is gonna be October 21st at Tap 14, 4 o'clock. Start to finish is the best way to be a part of these events. Visit our website to find promo codes, and make sure that you like us on Facebook as well as Instagram, because we're always doing cool little giveaways and things like that, as well as all the BFC membership stuff. $10, you get 3 free beers, 4 2-for-1s at any of our 21 different breweries that are part of our BFC membership. So if you're not part of that and you go out and go to breweries, join, because you're gonna save yourself a ton of money, and it's a great way to start experimenting and going to other breweries that maybe you don't go to every day.
Dennis Stack, I'm with Lone Tree Brewing Company.
I'm Zach from Resolute Brewing Company.
Hey, I'm Mike, I'm with Little Machine.
Doug Heinman, Elk Mountain Brewing. Will soon be renaming to Downhill Brewing Company though.
I'm Gavin Estes and I'm with New Image Brewing Company.
Yeah, Ryan Evans with Brews Beers.
I'm Michael Roberts, and I'm over at New Terrain Brewing in Golden, Colorado.
I'm Ben from Renegade Brewery, and we are here to bring the pain at the Fight Club.
2 years ago, in 2015, we took silver for our Mexican lager at Great American Beer Festival.
We just won 2 golds and a bronze at State Fair.
We did win the Joyride, their 3rd year anniversary collaboration brew.
You know, we don't have a GABF medal yet, and that would be the one to get, but we do have several Denver International Beer Competition medals.
In 2016, the Beer Advocate rated us top 34 breweries to open up nationwide.
There's a list put out by Eater Denver, and it was the hottest breweries in Denver right now, and we were the very first one on that list.
Raz Against the Machine took silver at World Beer Cup 2016.
I mean, I don't know if it's that big a deal, but there is this beer fest in town called Great American Beer Fest, and our Hammer Imperial Stout did win a medal for that in pretty competitive categories.
The way we started making beers for our neighbors and friends, and we've grown from there, and we just make real, solid, easy drinking beers. I try all these fancy, crazy one-offs from all these other breweries that are popular right now, but obviously I'm slightly biased, but I keep coming back to our beer just because it's so damn delicious.
Just our unwillingness to compromise. We will only put out what we feel is extremely good beer. If we don't do that, then really kind of feel like what's the point? You know, what's the point of even making beer?
Our brewery is very unique and special because we actually slope the floors away from the drains. Brewing is a very easy thing to do, making beer, so we wanted to challenge ourselves a little bit more, so the floors have been sloped away from the drains. So basically we get a little bit more squeegeeing in, and we just didn't want things to be too easy.
Yeah, Brews Beers is an all Belgian style brewery, so we only do Belgian style beers, and I think that's unique in town. There's a lot of breweries that have 1 or 2 Belgians, but that's all we have. We don't make any other beers. We stick with what we're passionate about, and that's big ass Belgian beers.
A few different components. So first, we're a brew pub. So not only do we make our own beers, but we do cocktails and wine, and got a great culinary program in the kitchen that we spend a lot of time on, and a lot of our guests are starting to receive the food really well. Focusing on sour and hoppy beers has definitely been more of a focus as of recent.
Everything about New Terrain is unique and special. It's right at the base of North Table Mountain, so we've got incredible views from a huge brewery and beer garden outside. It's just an amazing place to go to.
World-class, full-flavored beer in a relaxed neighborhood setting.
So Renegade, our big thing is we're making beers for the Renegades. We're making beers for us. We're making beers for our friends. We want beers that are gonna bring people together, that are delicious, easy to drink, full of flavor, and are just gonna give you a great time.
The most important thing about the brewery, the people, and just the high standards. You know, we all love beer and want to treat it with a lot of respect. We want to, you know, give a great product to our customers.
Consistency. Consistency in our product, consistency in our guest experience, whether it's at the tap room or outside of the tasting room.
Community. We have a saying, community, craft, and culture here. So those are the three most important things, but community is absolutely important to us.
You know, most important thing for us is some authenticity and just making good, clean beers. You know, Belgium's our style, that's our passion, and there's a lot of history rooted in Belgium, and so we tend to follow a lot of those historic styles and replicate them here with a little bit of a Colorado spin. So it's kind of fun following history, but yet putting a little spunk on it.
Probably the community and our guests. We built our establishment with, you know, community style tables where we encourage everyone to sit next to the people that they do or don't know and actually communicate.
The most important thing at any given time is making sure that we have quality beer coming out.
Yeah, making a small statement. You know, this is pro beer coming to the neighborhood. It's not just shanks to the wall, hey, come check out what's going on in my garage.
I would say the sense of community for us. Our tap room doesn't have any TVs, and for the very specific reason that we want our beer to bring people together, and we want it to have people having a discussion, having a good time with our beers. Beer is delicious, but you know what the best thing about beer is? It's having beer with your friends and having a great time. And that's what we're about.
Well, we always have a friendly competition with our friends to the north, Resolute. Have a lot of good friends up at New Terrain.
Well, I think toughest competition. Charlie makes a great Belgian beer over at Bruz, but I'll bring one that's better. Lone Tree, man. Josh, great German beers. Really too bad that Pilsner is not even as good as what Elk Mountain can do. Renegade, good logo, I guess. Little Machine, man, it's the hair duo. Nibs, get a haircut. Brett, be less grumpy, but you make good beer. It's not as good. New Image, they're like new kids on the block like us, except worse. New Terrain, nice building. Elk Mountain, oh, my old stomping grounds. Doug is there now. Nobody could ask for a better friend and a worse brewer to take over. I hope everybody sees that as love.
I mean, really none. They're all just kind of,
Oh, there's some heavy hitters in this round of Beer Fight Club. Of course, New Terrain, they're up the street from us, friends with those guys, and I think they'll put up a pretty good fight.
As far as competition, yeah, I mean, everyone on this list, Renegade and Little Machine, Brews, New Terrain, everyone's making awesome beer, and I'd like to see some wins for everybody and a bunch of losses for everybody too.
It's so hard to say because I love these guys, all of them.
There's a lot of good friends, there's a lot of great breweries on that list. We're excited to hang out, drink everybody's beers, and take them out. If there's one brewery I'd pick out, maybe New Image. Why not? We'll turn north and set our sights there.
For years, I worked in the banking industry down in Denver Tech Center. And I was so excited when Resolute opened because before that, you couldn't get a decent beer at all there. But now that I'm in the beer world, I'm here to show them that they don't have a place here in the beer map.
Nobody really knows us, but it'd be kind of fun to win this. If I win, just want to let you know ahead of time, I'm the worst winner of all time, so I will be on tables jumping and rubbing it in your face.
Dare I say bring it?
I've been around the block a few times, and so when I do beat you down and you get boat raced out of the whole competition, just don't feel bad. Doesn't mean that you're not good. It means you're not great.
Message for the competing brews, you know, ours is bring your A game.
Yeah, bring your A game.
It's just gonna be a total knockout. I mean, we don't even have to say anything. It's just gonna kind of speak for itself, knock everyone off their feet.
It'll be all right. then I'll buy you beers later.
This year's been a hell of a year for us, and we've grown substantially. And I think people are finally realizing that's damn delicious beer, and they keep coming back, and which is great to see. And we're reaching further than Colorado these days, out to Kansas, Nebraska, and beyond. So,
Me and my partner Jake Minturn are coming in. We're very excited, very energetic. We really feel like Parker hasn't really had a big beer presence yet, and we're excited to deliver that. We've got a lot of experience. We're excited about being in the town of Parker. You know, we're looking to bring great beer. We're going to be bringing pizza. We've got 7 big old TVs for sports, Sunday ticket. We're big sports nuts, so we want to be a great place to have great beer, great pizza, catch a game too.
Yeah, I think people should know that we're all Belgian style, of course, but I think they should know we create some really big beers. I mean, we got 10, 11, 12% beers all the time on tap up here. We've got 20 tap handles, so we've always got a variety from Belgian singles that are in the 4% range up to 12s. We make a really special beer once a year. It's a Belgian champagne style beer. Not a lot of places are doing that, and we've doubled our output on that for this year because we sold out last year. So we host training here, so you can learn about Belgian beers once a month at our World of Belgian Beers class, and you can come in. We walk you through about a dozen different Belgian styles, history, flavor profiles, all of that. You leave with a pretty good buzz, but a good knowledge of Belgian beers too.
Yeah, we brew with 2 people. That's our whole brew house. Brandon Capps, who's our head brewer and owner, and then Kyle Rindahl, who's the assistant brewer, jamming out 24-hour brew days a lot of times, working on a 7-barrel system and 290 barrels to ferment with. So it's doing quad batches, and it's a lot of work to make sure that our products stay on the shelves and in bars and on draft.
Well, New Terrain, I mean, it's kind of a come together of a whole bunch of different people from all over the industry. We've got Luke Smith as our head brewer. He came in from what used to be Coda Brewing. It is now known as Ursula Brewing. Our owners came over from Mountain Toad. Our general manager, Mike, he came from Woody's Tap House. My coworker, John, who came over from Moa Brewing in New Zealand. I worked at a couple breweries in Dallas. I've visited 1,000 breweries. I've got a famous brewery visiting cat. Everyone that works there is there because they want to be, and they've been building up their life towards this. This is an end goal for everyone that's there.
And I think you got to come hang out to find out what we're all about. We're laid back, we're hardcore, some of the best beer in the city, some of the best beer in the world, killer tap room.
So Renegade has a reputation around town as being, a big IPA brewery. One of our flagships is our Endpoint Triple IPA, 100 plus IBUs, 11% alcohol. It's one of the ones that got me on board with the company before I ever started working, and it's one of our biggest known. And if you look at our tap list right now, you might see that we've got 5 IPAs on tap. But really, we don't think of ourselves as an IPA brewery. We're a brewery for everyone. We've got beers that run the gamut because we make beers for the Renegades.
We'll see you guys at Beer Fight Club.
Beer Fight Club. Beer Fight Club.
October 21st.
October 21st.
October 21st.
Tap 14.
Tap 14.
Be there. We're coming for you, brother.
The BFC 4, October 21st, tap 14, 4 o'clock. We'll see you there, or you'll be square.